All right, hey everybody. So, welcome to another It Ends With Us movie video. So, instead of doing like a full on second viewing review, which by the way, I was able to see the film for a second time and I loved the hell out of it. I thought it was a really great movie. I'm still very high on it. All my positives that I talked about, in the first review, they are all still there. I think that Blake Lively, gives a career best performance. I thought that Brandon Skelnar was perfectly cast as Atlas. Alex Newstetter and Isabel Ferrer, they still, look eerily like Sadie Sink and Dylan O'Brien in the All Too Well video. I mean, like, all my opinions have not changed, but what I wanted to do with this video is talk about two particular aspects of the film that I really did want to zero in on, and two of my favorite elements of the film. One is actually like my favorite scene, um, and the other one is just an element that I thought that, it was done better in the film and actually appreciated the film more, even though I get why it's done the way that it is in the book. So in the book, the abuse is very much portrayed as what you see is what you get. There is no ambiguity to it. You pretty much know from moment one, from the first moment that it happens, that abuse is happening. That, the Colleen Hoover is very straightforward of, this abuse is happening. Ryle does, hit her across the face. Ryle does push her down the stairs. Like, she makes like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And one of the things that I really did love about the film is that, for the first part, they really do leave it ambiguous. That they really do put us very much in Lily's perspective, because I do think that for a lot of, assault survivors, for a lot of abuse victims, what we tend to do is disassociate. What we tend to do is to put up the blockers. What we tend to do is to put up that defense mechanism, to where our brain, kind of, shifts it a little bit, to kind of like protect us, from the reality of what we're going through. I mean, I think that that is a lot of, like what abuse victims do, what assault survivors do, is that we do have, that defense mechanism. We do have those, defense mechanism moments where we do, kind of like put up the blinders. We do put up, the protective, um, memory switcheroos, kind of like, switching everything. And so what I really did love about the film is that the film does, do that with the abuse. And so, like, we're pretty much very much like in her shoes. We're in her mind. We're in her point of view, to where, like, we are questioning it, where we are, in the same boat that she is, going like, okay, like, did he hit me? Did he put me, actually push me down the stairs? How, like, how far did the assault actually go? um and I really did love, that gut punch of a moment, sitting, when she's sitting in the car, and all of a sudden it just comes to her, and it just, like, comes like in waves. It comes in floods, where she, all of a sudden, like, it all becomes clearer and clearer. Like, he did hit her. He did throw her down the stairs. The assault was actually a lot worse than, she thought that it was. With him, biting her and, actually assaulting her. I mean, look, to make it clear to anybody watching this, what we are watching in the film between Ryle and Lily, that is a sexual assault. That is a sexual assault. Like, just to make it very clear for anybody watching this, that is a sexual assault. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it, in case anybody was, questioning. That is a sexual assault. Like, there is no way around it. He did sexually assault her. Um, so I do, but when it comes to that defense mechanism, she does let it slip at one point, where the film kind of, tips their hand a little bit, where the film does kind of tip their hand to, if you're really paying attention, to what you're actually seeing, because, they do play it very much ambiguously, because, when the moment slips, before the official slip, um, when Ryle crashes the lamp, when he throws down the lamp, Lily is on the phone with her mom. And as she's walking away, like, that's like, you can kind of see the defense mechanism slip a little bit, and she immediately tells her mom, "Mom, hang up. Mom, go ahead and hang up the phone," as she goes to, deal with, whatever's going on with Ryle. And because I think that, deep down, she knows what's about to happen. She knows that this is about to go really bad, and the defense mechanism is slipping, that she knows that this is abuse, and she knows that her mom, who did go through very much the same things that she did, would actually recognize the signs of abuse, would actually be immediately able to clue in as to what's going on. But kind of like tying it into that scene where she's sitting in the car, when everything just like comes in, just like waves and droves. The second thing that I really do want to zero in on is this brilliant, brilliant, brilliant scene between Blake Lively and Brandon Skelnar, between Lily and Atlas, where after the assault, she goes to his restaurant and she comes into the kitchen, and it's wordless. It's wordless. There is no spoken dialogue. It is completely on their performances, between with Brandon's performance and with Blake's performance, and they are able to give us so much without having to say a word. Their emotions, their body language, their physical performances is able to convey everything that scene needs to convey without doing the overwritten stuff that we already know. We do not need another scene, where he's like, oh, did he assault, did he hurt you? Oh, he hurt you. Like, oh, he did something. We don't need that again. We already had that moment, and Christy Hall and Justin Baldoni trusted, their actors enough to know that you don't need the dialogue, that these are two phenomenal performances, that these are two phenomenal performers who can do so much with just a look, who can do so much with just body language. And that scene just completely broke me. That scene between them just completely broke me, and they did not even have to say a word. It was just completely on their performances, on their physical performances, on their body language, on their eyes, on their facial expressions. And I thought that Blake and Brandon really just knocked that scene out of the park. But yeah, no, like those are the two main things that I really did want to talk about here, because those are the two things that even like on a second viewing, like really got to me, like really stuck with me. Even though a lot of these scenes do stick with me, and as we go through, the weeks ahead, the days ahead, I will be making videos talking about my favorite scenes in the movie, more of my favorite stuff about the film. But I do really love this film, and I especially like, because of the ambiguity of the abuse, or at least for the first part of the ambiguity of the abuse. It's still very interesting to actually see that with an audience. I mean, there is like that gasp, that like because it's like when she's figuring out that she's being abused, that like, oh, there's something happening here. Um, is when we're figuring it out, and it just breaks your heart. And like, both times, like, my audience just gasped when they did the big reveal, and I thought that was actually a brilliant decision by Justin Baldoni, by Christy Hall, and by Blake Lively and Colleen Hoover. So I actually thought that was actually a pretty good thing. So yeah, I'll still give the film an A. I love the hell out of this film. I hope that you guys will give it a chance. It's making money at the box office, and so of course we'll talk about that as we get the official numbers. So jump down to the comment section below. Let me know what you think about all of this. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your continued love and support. As always, remember, if you like what you see here and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and let's go through all the stuff that you'll be able to find on this channel right now. So I'll be bringing you guys constant updates on the After Film series, It Ends With Us, Hush Hush, The Mister, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, Sunrise on the Reaping, Crave, and a whole bunch of other book-to-movie adaptations as we go through the life of this channel. You guys are going to be so updated, you'll be begging me to stop the updates. Because I was terminated for so long, there's still some stuff from after we collided that I do have to catch up on, including topic videos, and those are coming sooner rather than later. As always, remember, this channel would not be able to grow to the heights that it has without you guys, and so for that, I'm eternally grateful. I know, there are plenty of fans out there, old and new, who have no idea, absolutely no idea that this channel exists, or this even back from termination in the first place. So please keep sharing the channel. Please keep spreading the word of Charles's Movie Channel, because this will easily be one of the best, not the best, book-to-movie adaptation channels that you'll find right here on YouTube, or dare I say anywhere. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing. My name is Charles. Welcome to the Book to Movie Adaptation channel. I'll see you later, Book to Movie fans. Take care, y'all. Love you.